Hey guys. I'm finally remembered to record this time, so I'm really excited. Okay, 1 second. So we can kind of do what we did last time. Since it's psych, it shouldn't be that intensive, but we can do the thing where we ask questions and then we looked at some PowerPoints. And yeah. So let me guys know what you want to do. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
Okay, one thing, I've been looking at a bunch of examples for paper 3s for qualitative, and all I see is that they usually give you what type of what type of thing it is.
Method?
And what
the method?
Yeah, the method and the sample. I just looked at one and it gave that it was covert observation and that it was purposive sampling.
Oh.
And so I was confused because the one that we did in class today also gave us what it was, right?
The self something, right? Yeah.
Oh my god, you're totally right.
That's why I was a little if it gives it to us, then that's easy. All we have to do is describe it.
Yeah, just number 3 is really weird. And number 2, do you understand number 2? This type of question?
The ethical consideration one?
Yeah, the new one, the other version of the one. It's really confusing.
It was so she came into our room and she was like, hey guys, so this is a question we've seen before. And I would with a straight face was yes. And she was like, no, actually, this is different. There's completely different wording.
Apparently there's different ones. There's the ones that's what are the ethical considerations, and then there's the ones that are which ethical considerations when reporting the results, and then there's one that's 3 ethical considerations when doing the experiment, and then 3 while finding the results. So you have to make sure you look at which one is the question.
I think there's only 2 versions for the second question.
I thought we were just supposed to mention 7.
Whoa. 7? No, I think that's for the first one where you have to mention 6. 3 of the ones that are mentioned in the experiment and 3 that should be, but we're doing the version 2.
Yeah, this new one is kind of jank. I figured
I don't know.
She was right. In the example that we got. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, you can keep going. I'll ask after.
All right, thank you. In the example that we had in class, they basically told us there was informed consent, and the other one there was anonymity or something. So it's weird because we have to describe it. It's not during; it's after the experiment.
It's weird. I do not know how to word it. The question itself, I can't understand.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the wording is super weird, and they made it so complicated on the rubric. If you want, I can screen share it, perhaps.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
I don't want to, what's it called? Tell anyone that they should cheat, but something that you could pull up the example one she gave us in class and then base your answers off.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. That's what I did.
That's what I did in my last one, and it really helped me.
Well, it's open though anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
It's not cheating.
Oh God, revise now. Everyone who looks at
online school, is it really cheating at this point? It's
wait, Nitty, I don't think it is done this yet.
Oh wait. Oh
shoot. You're a real teacher. All those tabs open.
Okay. Let me just unscreen share them.
Nitty, all your tabs giving me anxiety.
I know, I have a lot of stuff open right now.
I need to ask what's the version 2 of the ethical consideration question? I don't know any of that. I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Are you 8A? Are you 8A?
I have it tomorrow, so yes, I'm 8A.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's the question that Nitty has on
Let's go through the PowerPoints. I think we should do that.
This is the question.
I kind of get lost in her PowerPoints because she goes super fast.
And I don't have
so
time
fast. Okay, wait, what do y'all want to do? Y'all want to look at this? Or
go through the PowerPoints because 8A hasn't done it yet. So go through the PowerPoints, the last 2 PowerPoints.
Give me a second. This is going really well.
Okay, so the second ethical considerations one, it's about just when we are reporting the findings of the study.
But that's so weird.
Yeah, so it has to do with what was it? In my notes.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
So there's 2 forms of ethical consideration.
If you're 8A, this might be really confusing
we didn't do it yet.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
That's
what we're gonna go through the PowerPoint
for the test, and then there's this one where it's describe the ethical considerations when reporting the findings of the study. So you have to do 3 that they did and 3 that they didn't do.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Okay, wait, really quick. Do y'all want to go through like the first ones? The ones that I pulled up were the first one that we did, and the one with credibility on it because that was kind of confusing for me.
Which one?
It's the one that we did 2 classes ago. So the one with like
2
credibility.
classes ago. Okay, we could do that.
Dang, y'all are ahead. We did that last class. We didn't
Oh, wait.
finish it.
Wait, the 4th PowerPoint? Like,
Credibility?
oh, crap.
Yeah, because the test is on Thursday, Friday.
Oh, whoa, y'all are,
We didn't even finish. We're like almost done with this.
oh.
To be honest, I didn't get caught up with this slide because she was going super fast.
She's going so fast because we're like so behind.
Mhm.
Okay,
How
so
are we behind? We don't even talk during class.
I know.
Oh,
wait, what class are
we have
2 a.m.
3.
3A, right?
3A, yeah, 3A.
I'm not sure.
Nobody ever talks. Like anytime we get to like, let's go into breakout room, she's always like, let's skip this for time's sake. Because
Yeah,
we
so
never
Why did we
have
fall behind?
I have no idea.
her behind. We don't talk. I don't understand.
So,
I have a question about this. So for sampling and qualitative research, I know she said something about how it doesn't have to be representative because you're looking at a smaller group.
yeah.
So when we're writing about, like, do we have to mention sampling? Like, I know we should mention sampling, but like for generalizability, but
For what? For generalizability.
yeah, but like she
I
said
feel like I heard her say we shouldn't, like, go into depth about it.
yeah, that's what I was concerned. I was confused about. I was like, should we like explain it, or should we just like state it and then go on?
For
I think that-
generalizability, she told us like one of the things we should talk about was like sampling.
I feel like
But
that was for quantitative.
yeah, that was for quantitative.
Yeah.
'Cause I know she said that this wasn't that important when it came to like qualitative research because like the
Like
group,
finding an alternative method.
yeah. So do we just like tell like say, oh, this is the sampling and like
I think so, because there are definitely like new sampling methods that we learned of, but it's because we don't have to mention those when we're talking about generalizability. I think that's what she said, but we can still mention it in other like parts of the question.
Yeah. I agree. I think that since it's like not as important to a qualitative study, I wouldn't like make that a main point or like really go into depth to that, rather other points. Like I think you can mention it and it wouldn't hurt, but like you shouldn't go into depth about it in the way that you would have done on like the last test.
okay. Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Has
so
she
sorry.
posted a rubric for like this upcoming tests and like her
We're probably
model?
gonna talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, she gave us what we did in class was that we looked at a sample study, like a sample, like what we do on the test, and like she made us grade a person's response. So she does give a rubric. That's what I was pulling up earlier, but I forgot you guys didn't do it. And it's really helpful. Like it's gonna answer a lot of stuff. And it's like what we did for the last test, where like she gave us specifically how many points you could earn for what reason and why and stuff like that. So you will do that, and it'll make more sense. Sorry. Okay. Y'all have like specific things you want to look at, or should I just like vibe through the PowerPoint? Because I know that all this stuff is kind of okay. I feel like does anyone have any problems with sampling? Or are we good with that? Are we cool? Thanks. Okay. Oh, transferability, I guess. Does anyone have any questions, or should we like vibe? Is what I am concerned about. Are we just chilling here? This is
Sorry.
All of our Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi just went like
everything
crazy.
just froze for like a minute or something. It was like, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's probably me. Let me just try something.
It told me like your
Your internet is unstable.
Yeah,
That's
like
what it told
twice.
me. No,
Me?
I completely did not hear what you said like
Standard
3 minutes ago.
Dude, can you hear me now, or is it still? Yeah, we could hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, on the recording,
weird.
it's just gonna sound like I was talking to myself. Oh god.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay.
Oh my god. I was like, this is how teachers feel when everyone just doesn't. Everyone just ignores them. Oh god.
You better answer all the questions now that you know how they feel.
I know, right? It's so awkward. Oh my god, how do I close this? I'm gonna scream. This Zoom is harder than I thought it
Just
was.
present it.
No. I might.
Click percent.
Like click view and then it should be there, right?
No,
Down there.
I know. Wait, what are we looking for? I was talking about a different Zoom related problem because I
Oh,
was not being a host. Yeah, y'all are good. I'm stupid at another thing. Different flavor of stupid.
Shruti, are you raising your hand?
Yeah, I have a question.
That's so nerdy, Shirley.
That's a
We don't have
question.
nerds here. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so you know how we talked about credibility in class, which is what the PowerPoint is. So when would we mention it in? Would we do it in the generalizability one for credibility, or do we just not mention it?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Isn't credibility bias?
Yeah, I was gonna.
But no,
It's the third question.
Different than bias, because I mean, if it's less bias, then you will have credibility. But she gave us like types of bias, but then she also types of credibility. So
I think we talk about it in the transferability because we don't do generalizability anymore. We do transfer.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I
By the
agree. That makes
way,
sense.
would you just mention like how the credibility is built, and then like
I feel like you would mention credibility mostly if it asks how would you like. I think one of the questions, like one of the versions of number 3, is like how to decrease bias or like how to have the least bias. So I think you would mention that there the most. But I really have no clue.
so like she talks
Yeah.
about triangulation. So
Like for question 3, there's 3 types. The first one is about transferability of the study, and then the second one is how can you ensure credible results, and then the third one is how do you avoid bias. So I guess you would just talk about it for any time in question 3.
Okay. I guess more is more, right? So it's more.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Sort of unrelated, not really. Where did we stop on this slide? If you're in 3A.
We stopped at credibility checks.
We stopped like 2 like before the last one. We're like right at the end.
Yeah, we were talking about rich descriptions and
Yeah, we're at thin description. That's the last thing I wrote.
Yeah, same.
Oh, y'all are gonna be behind. We took the whole class for the because we took the whole class for the exercise we did to like study.
Okay,
so...
but like, in the
wait, y'all are right here though. That's like one slide. Y'all are good. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Okay, maybe not behind.
I don't.
You're 2.5 slides behind, dudes.
Wait, what, Lois?
I have no idea how we got behind.
Same. What did we do? Like
we did nothing. We literally don't even talk. Like she'll ask a question, silence. Because we're all writing notes down.
Yeah.
To be fair, no, Mira answers 90% of the questions in our class. So.
I have to pull up her slides
like,
on a separate tab because I keep falling behind on notes.
Me too.
I've been looking at Samitha's notes, and I don't think she knows those, so I feel weird about it. So like I only.
No, she wouldn't mind.
She probably wouldn't mind. But I just feel weird. Like she'll like look up and she'll be like, "Who's looking?"
Oh my god! Yeah, she's on a Google Doc.
Yeah, but she has a really good Google Doc. It's basically like everything on the thing.
Wait, when did we shade her?
Mira, you know they can see the chats too, right?
No, they can't.
Yeah, if it's recorded.
Can they? I don't think so. I think when I recorded, the chats didn't show. When I saved the recording. We're not shading her. We're giving a critique. It's a critique.
Wait, but I don't think she's bad.
We're not shading her. We're just confused.
Miss Simber,
how you guys got behind?
Yeah. Saying she goes fast is not like the worst thing that's ever been said. Shut up.
Very intelligent.
A little bit different.
Too intelligent for us.
At one point, I put the go slower symbol in the participant.
Oh God. Lois, that takes so much bravery.
That doesn't do. I can't. Someone needs to tell her. Someone needs to just Like, oh, Mr. Rick, I need you to go slower. I know we're behind. I need you to go slower.
Oh god, this is not gonna help anyone if they watch this recording.
No, it's okay. We can ask someone to like edit it out or something. I don't know how YouTube videos work. Okay. You have another question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, Shruti.
Okay.
Inquirer over here.
This is another thing that like we did in class today, so AA people went. But in the rubric of the thing, it said that it was the thing said it was purposive sampling, but in the rubric it said you could say that it could go to snowball sampling. So if it's purposive sampling in anything, could you say that like when you're writing it, could you say that it could go to snowball sampling? Or
I think it depends on the study, honestly.
I don't think purposive sampling automatically, like if I had to pick a sample method that was really simpler, it would be that weird janky one, quota sampling, because that's kind of really similar. I hate quota and purposive. I don't know how to say that word.
Purposive.
No, because I think I did some like research-ish, and I saw snowball sampling is a type of purposive sampling.
Oh wow.
That's what I was thinking, that like
honestly, if you have extra time, leave it in. But if you don't, then don't waste your time.
You're doing too much, Shruti. Remember in the example that guy wrote one sentence?
I wrote like a dissertation for my last question.
Okay, guys, real quick, in the thing you're gonna do tomorrow, you know that one question that says give an alternative method? You like don't actually have to write a whole essay about what the method.
I did not know that.
In the example, you have to write. You can write like one sentence about it, and if you'll see it tomorrow. And it's if you explain enough in that like 2 sentences, you're good. Like
I defined the sample, the experiment, the dependent variable, the independent variable, the entire thing.
I thought we had to explain like all of it, like with the sampling method and
it's just like the study, and then you explain what it is. That's all it is.
And you just give like a reason why.
Same.
Basically, your reason is the explanation. You'll see when you look in class.
No,
tomorrow.
you say I pick interview because an interview would do this better than what's currently going on, and that's it.
You
don't have to actually conduct the.
No, you don't.
So you don't have to specify like, oh, I would like use this sample and I would do this.
I literally think about all the future effects, the causes.
We're gonna call on you. We're gonna settle down, all right? Oh, she has both up. Cool. Yeah. What's up, Trudy? I didn't see your hand there.
So basically, when we did quantitative, I remember she like in one of my homework assignments, she told me I had to like detail about what the experiment was about, like my alternate method.
Yeah, like, she did the same thing for me.
I think it depends because it was quantitative, maybe.
Yeah, I guess, but do we not have to say anything about how we would like?
Look, maybe if you had extra time and if you wanted to be really careful, you could. Yeah. Like, okay, I know for sure I'm gonna say more. Like, I can't risk it. I'm not big brain enough to like fit it all in 2 sentences. So like, I'm gonna say more just to get the point. Like, because I feel like the example she gave was super weird. I don't really trust it. Because like, yeah, I agree.
My question is, do we need to like actually go into depth about like what we would do during that like type of study?
I don't think so. I think you should just say like sample method, maybe independent, dependent. Like say how it's different, maybe like 1 or 2 sentences. Like I don't think we need to write a whole. Like I don't think we need to become the researcher and like perform the study. You know.
I remember her saying that we don't even need to say like how we plan on doing the sample. Like if we say we're gonna do what's one snowball sampling, we don't have to explain anything about it. we don't have to say, oh, I'm gonna ask this person and they're gonna ask all the people. You don't have to explain anything. You just, I'm gonna do this, and they're just do it.
Like I remember for like I remember for like the test, I literally went into a whole experiment, like detail, like what each like I think we had to do that, but at the same time I'm not really sure.
I agree. Like on the test she was like, you guys didn't give enough explanation, or one of the homework she was like, you should elaborate. And so after she said that, I think all of us were like, cool, so I'm gonna write the whole study basically. And then she was like, no, we're good. That was kind of weird for me too. I agree.
Okay.
Understandably,
is anybody else
give a more detail? We're gonna write 2 essays.
Yeah.
Is anybody else weirded out by like the timing at all? Because she's always talking about how, oh, you're not gonna have time, but then like in the last test I was so paranoid because I like finished early and I was like, am I doing something wrong? I finished like before she stopped saying, like I finished before she said, you should be on question.
Oh, really?
And I was like, and
okay, real quick, Shruti, is your hand up for a reason?
I don't know how to put it down.
You press on the same thing.
It's
you press on raise hand again.
Oh,
lower hand. Oh,
it's okay, Vera. I was making fun of Shruti, not you. You're good.
My bad.
When she said for our class, you should be like on question 2 right now. I was on question 1, like on like part 2 of question 1.
Oh yeah, I took way longer than I thought. Like not way longer, but I thought it would be quote unquote easier, and like I actually took the whole time. Like that was just
maybe it's because she knows that we like to go into detail. So maybe that's why she said like, "Oh, watch your time."
I took way too quickly.
Like Lois, I finished super early. Like I was like when she said you should be on question 2, I was like finishing up question 2 and I was moving on to question 3.
No, dude, she was like, you should go question 2. I was done. I was like, what do I do? What do I do?
Wait, y'all. Real quick, do we have, just like to make sure if I should end the recording or not? Like, do we still want to talk about stuff and or study? Because we can vibe. I don't want to like make this a long video and like the last half is us just complaining. So, yeah.
I don't have any questions.
Are you sure y'all good? I promise people who have B-Day, this is gonna seem a lot easier when you actually get the rubric. Like that was really helpful for me and for the people in our class.
That barely helped me.
See, the thing is, I probably have questions tomorrow, but
we can have another like Zoom or like you can use the Slack.
Yeah, we can always just ask on the Slack.
Yeah. I don't think we'll have to do another Zoom, but like the Slack is always open. Okay, cool. We're all good? We're all good? We're all Gucci?
Yeah, question.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
You know the inductive content analysis? Do we mention that anywhere? Because I remember we talked about it a lot, but like, do we actually have to talk about it in the paper?
Just explain that again, actually, Nidhi.
Yeah. Let me actually pull up the slide. Question mark. Because my notes are really bad, and I don't want to tell you guys stuff that's bad, if that makes sense. But Shruti, I don't really think you have to. I have no idea where you'd put it, even if that makes sense.
In the rubric of the one that we looked at today, it said it in the generalizability one. Like it said, just like talked about it, but I don't really know like if that even had to relate with like generalizability.
I get that.
I mean, I think it increases credibility because they have like more research on it. So I guess that's the only place you could put it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh,
I'm also like a little confused because she like gave us a lot of like different research methods for like qualitative, and like are all of those going to be like possible options for the test? Like we have to identify which one it is.
I think so. Yeah.
There's only 4 methods. I asked her. There's observation, and then hold up one second. Find them.
Only using the ones that she like just recently taught us.
No, it was the one we did like 2 classes ago.
It's like
observation, interviews, focus group, and case study, and then like inductive is like kind of counts as one, but you like use it in addition to another one.
Yeah.
Oh, so inductive content analysis isn't like an actual research method. It's just like, okay, can you explain that?
Also, Lois, usually in like the study, it'll tell you what type of like study it is. Just based on what I was seeing in different studies, it would like tell you like, oh, this is like an observation study.
Oh, okay.
So this is a PowerPoint, in case you all didn't know what a PowerPoint was. Sorry. I think like Namita was saying, which she put in a really great way. I just think that like this, you won't ever use this specifically as a method, and you won't use this a lot in the test. Like you might just mention it once in one question to, I think like Yvette or somebody said like to increase or maybe it's Namita, to increase credibility and all that, but like this won't be a huge part of the test. It'll be like in one question, maybe probably question 3, and it's like literally what it sounds like. It's analyzing specifically transcripts, and like specifically, I think it's 4 case studies. So whenever, because it's about reading transcripts, analyzing those themes in those transcripts, and like all these like summary tables. So I think that if you have I have a dog in here, I'm sorry. I think that if you have specifically a case study, this would be a great way to like elaborate maybe for question 3, or if it's like generalizability or transferability or whatever.
So would you have like, wouldn't you have a transcript for every type of qualitative research method?
I don't, you're right.
Isn't the transcript basically your notes sort of? So if you were like doing an interview, you can either have like a recorded, like an audio recording of the interview or a video recording, or like you taking
you're right.
notes.
It's for like interviews, transcripts, and I think some observational studies. And it's like, it's basically what if you need the dialogues. You're right, Lois. I'm rambling. You're totally right. I was a little bit off. Yes, I think it's here somewhere. Yeah, it's here. You're totally right. I was off a little bit. So thank you. I just like, whenever she said transcript in class, my brain was immediately like, oh, cool, case studies. And so I confused myself. So thank you. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm so lost right now, but that's okay.
I didn't hear you.
She just said she was lost.
Where?
She said she was so lost.
General, you know? Oh my gosh.
Just in general, because I feel that.
Just in general. I went to sleep at like 5 or 4 a.m. and then I woke up and I was on the Zoom for class, and then I went to the class meeting, and then I went to Rudy's read aloud, and then I slept for an hour, and now I'm here. And
Why'd you go to sleep so late?
I make bad decisions sometimes. I'm trying to fix it.
I get like an average of 5 hours of sleep.
Dude, it was 4 for me last week. It was so awful.
But it's like sometimes I can get more sleep. I just make bad decisions, you know.
I made a bad decision last night. It's okay.
Shruti, do you have your hand raised for a reason, Shruti? No, I'm asking genuinely. I'm not. I'm sorry. Okay.
What?
Apart from me rambling my way through inductive content analysis, do y'all have other questions?
It's just like, is it raised for a reason?
I think you should just do the recording and then we could like talk about this stuff.
Okay, cool. That's legit all I was asking. Okay.